Okay, let's talk about tactical fanny packs, because, like, I don't know. I want to talk about it, and, like, it has become a pivotal piece of gear for me, because, like, okay, this shit, right? The war belt, the front has a buckle, and if you leave a little space on either side of it, perfect place to put this thing. And basically, I have some like survival gear and stuff that I have in my purse usually. And I've taken all of that and I've put it in here. And there's extra room for extra shit. And if I didn't have my tactical gear on, I would still have this thing and like my EDC pistol. It's kind of my thoughts. It's like, okay, this is all an integrated system, right? At least, oh shit, it is for me. I grabbed the wrong thing. So, my EDC is the black powder pistol. It has a holster to go in my purse, and it has a holster on the war rig. And I like that. Maybe it's stupid or whatever, but like, I'm carrying around a metal club that shoots 6.44 caliber balls. I think it might be cool. For the rest of my EDC shit, it needs to get worked into this too. Bam. You know, this can be just where you put everything. And there's a lot of people that run like danglers on plate carriers. As a militiaman, I don't think you're going to be running plates. I don't think you should. That's a whole different topic or whatever. It depends on what you're doing as a militiaman, right? But I'm pretty much advising people from here on to buy an Alice belt. The one I got is an LC2. That's the one to buy. It was $18, and the webbing is modern and fine, and the buckle, my issue with the old buckles like this was that they snapped. This thing is like made of jello. It isn't gonna snap. Like, I was a little worried about it holding together, to be honest, but it seems to do well. So, like, if you're gonna run a pistol belt, this, I think, makes a good replacement for a butt pack. At least I'd much rather have this than a USGI butt pack. Also, for the rest of the gear and stuff, I've got pouches and pockets to poke things in, but there's no really big ones. So, like, if you need something big, tactical fanny pack. This one is a LBT. What I would recommend you buy. I think, if I remember right, this was like $66 on sale or something like that. And they're normally like, I want to say they're normally $100, but I might be mistaken. Maybe $90. That's honestly the first piece of tactical gear I would buy would be this. And it's not that much money, and the LBT one is bitchin'. I wouldn't even bother looking at other ones. It's just something to have on your waist that keeps some stuff with you no matter what. Sorry. God damn it. So, sorry, I've been smoking weed and I have an ear infection. The war belt holds a lot of shit, right? What happens if you have to bail out of that? I mean, it's got a lot of ammo on it. 2 guns and a bayonet. Like, my ideal thing would be like, if I lose everything else, I always have this thing. So maybe it's like a survival kit bag. But there's some items that are survival that are definitely on the Alice belt. Like my compass and fucking flares are on the fucking Alice belt. So, I don't know. It's all an integrated system. This is another place to poke shit that, you know, it doesn't cost much. And it's great to wear. It's comfy. I really would like to get a... Tactical Tailor makes a 40mm belt for carrying 40 millimeters, the grenades. I wish that they made something like that for something else. Like that same kind of like shell belt kind of a thing. But for like 20 round AR mags, wouldn't that be awesome? I would buy one of those. Maybe they'd fit in those 40 millimeters, but I doubt it. It's kind of an aside. But if you can figure out something to use one of those 40 millimeter shell belts for, those things are fucking cool. You can get those cheap on eBay. Trying to think of other shit that I might get that. The thing that made me think of that is the way this thing wraps around you is just like those 40 millimeter shell belts. It's just a fucking strap. I don't know. I'm working on my full fucking rig for the end of the world. Debating right now on what to put on the belt. And then medical gear wise, like I have a chest rig set up with nothing but medical in it. I might wear that over this. So that way I have, a lightweight packed with fucking cotton gauze and fucking quick clot and shit mostly. Tourniquets, chest rig, and then this like kind of heavy pistol belt. And then you could take or lose the medical chest rig though. But the point of the chest rig is it has like a full like boo-boo kit IFAK and 3 or 4 trauma packs in it. So it's quite a bit of medical. And I'd kind of like to have a belt-mounted boo-boo kit, but like I don't have the belt space really. I don't know. I'll figure that out. I need to do that, and I need a canteen. I know what I'm going to do for that. I just need money to order it. So next week we'll get one of those. What was it? We needed another. Oh, I need another pouch for M16 mags. I found one of those. I think that'll hold PMags. I think maybe they just made the new pouches hold PMags. So I'm going to order one and see. I'd always like to have more M16 mags on the rig. But the place where I was going to put the med pouch is where I'm going to put those M16 mags. So I don't know. We'll figure that out. I might just add a small medical kit to the fanny pack. That was an idea. I mean, it is supposed to be the thing I always have. I don't know. I would like the war rig to be able to stand alone too. We will see. Well, I hope you like the LBT fanny pack idea. If you haven't heard of these before, they're really well made. And like, yeah, I know a lot of people be like, "Oh, you're wearing a fanny pack with your tactical gear?" Yeah, I am. And I honestly think it is the best way to go. All of my shit's looking like I fell out of like the 1990s. I don't know, I think 90s gear is best gear in some ways for what we're going to be going through. Like, all of our shit in fucking Iraq is a misstep in some ways. We got a lot of cool tech out of it, a lot of cool armor and shit. And like, we've basically made it to where the Chinese are going to be much more spicy to fight. Because the Chinese saw what we did in Iraq and put body armor on everybody. That's going to be fun. It's one of those, like, if they make their armor light enough and effective enough, and they are physically trained enough, like Chinese troops probably are, that's going to be something to fucking contend with. And this is where, like, as an individual, wearing body armor might help you a little bit, maybe. As an entire fighting force, having your entire fighting force wearing body armor, that's more of a thing. And like part of that's because like the armor is good at saving you from one hit or something like that, or a couple of hits. But you need a force to save you from being just shot to death. That's why, like, as an individual, it doesn't really make sense to wear body armor, in my opinion. If they see you to the point that they can shoot you in the plates, you're already dead anyway. That's some, like, philosophy bullshit, but I think that's pretty well true. Gotta be a sneaky fuck. Have a fanny pack and be a sneaky fuck. I'll see you guys later.